Okay, so we're actually just on a little drift by Koyukit Sound, integrated multi-trophic aquaculture site. So we've got a favourable breeze here today, and we thought we'd just do a little drift by of the farm so you can get a view. So right in front of us here is the black bobbers. Each one of these has a 40-metre line of kelp extending at 5-metre depth all the way back to the sea system, which is a scallop handling or shellfish handling design created by Sea Vision Group, a company that this farm is a part of. And so you can see it's a little hog there. The sea tram that's sitting on it moves up and down the scallop cages, which are 40 feet wide. Well, now they are. The tram used to be 50 feet wide, and hopefully I'll show you some photos of the modifications that we did to cut it from the original 50 feet down to 40 feet, all on water. In the background there you've got the grading system. We're presently grading our first crop of black cod. I'm just going by this float here, and Dave McKergan, assistant manager here, is the boat tender. So the compressor over there is for running the uplift system for grading, of course. So the sea tram has got gantries on both sides and hand crank winches, which enable you to pull the whole scallop cage up into the air. And there's other footage on that on my website. It's a neat little unit, but very heavy. Maybe built out of aluminium, it might be really good. So every 2 meters, extending off the cages of fish over there, and at the outside of the integrated system we have kelp to pick up the ammonias. So that's what those black floats are. We're just looking back to the house here. So just coming up beside us here is a float that Dave and I developed. It's basically a double wide walkway, and right underneath we had 6 of these in total. Those are carboys, we call them, but they've got a different name. But they're 1,000 litre containers for shipping liquids, and they're ideal for flotation. So we have a manifold there, and what we had to do, and what we did do, was when we had to cut the sea tram over there from 50 feet down to 40 feet, which was quite an act. Of course, we didn't do the welding and cutting. That was done by Marine Construction out of Vancouver. Greg was the lead man on that, and it was a very interesting project, and we'll put some footage on, or at least photos, and maybe a little bit of footage on that whole. Actually, there's probably going to be a lot of footage on the building of that whole system. However, we were tasked with floating that 50-foot behemoth, making it so that we could cut it in half, or at least cut, I think it was 10.5 feet out of it, and then keep it stable while we re-welded the whole beam sections back together, the main beams, so that it wouldn't. So it was 40 feet now, and I'll show you that, like I say, on some still photos at the end of this video. So that unit moves up and down the system, and you can put your shellfish in there. Neat idea. New walkway and flotation idea, although I think really probably bigger flotation even still would be needed. The tram itself is fairly heavy, as you can see, but a great idea. It's research and development farm, and in research and development not everything goes well the first time. In the background there, the poles behind the cages are for bringing up our experimental cages of cucumbers, sea cucumbers, and we're tracking, or at least Lucy Hanna from DFO is the lead scientist on it, is tracking growth rates with and without fish feces or fish above them. We have a bunch of controls over here, black floats over there, and they have a bunch of cages as well with sea cucumbers in, and they're the controls. So we're late May here, and we're probably 3 weeks off harvesting the kelp. If we look further down the sound here, we're looking out towards Fair Harbour in Kaiukit, and we're actually at Surprise Island, which is that island right there. So I'll make this, unless you want to tie off, Dave, I wonder. Oh no, we're alright. So over here we've got a bit of a junk pile. It's been here for the whole time we've been here, and over there is actually the remnants of the closed contained bag system project that was done in 2002 with Marine Harvest, and I was the manager for that one. So this is a pretty neat concept. Integrated multi-trophic aquaculture, west coast of Canada, BC, Surprise Island. Concept is Steve Cross's, and the vision's been put in the water here by this guy, Dave McKergan, and me.
Oh, yeah.
We currently have 6 full pens of fish over there, 2 year classes of black cod, and we're harvesting pretty much every 2 weeks now. So I'll add a few still photos and probably some more video on the whole setup of the scallop system, which will include our floating dock. Adios.